All right, so we got a lot of new releases today. I watched two of these yesterday. The one we're talking about today, right now, I watched yesterday, and I don't know. I didn't know a lot about it. I heard it had relatively good reviews, so I was excited. And I love Jake Gyllenhaal, and I really like Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, so I was really excited for it. And I don't know. I mean, it's fine, I guess. Ambulance was released in 2022. It was written by Chris Feddick and directed by Michael Bay. No spoilers, but the general idea is these two brothers, played by Jake Gyllenhaal and Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, have to team up to rob a bank so that Yahya has enough money to pay for his wife's surgery. In the process, however, it goes wrong because the cops are there, so they end up stealing an ambulance that has an EMT and a shot cop in the back. And it's about them trying to escape the police while keeping the police alive and them all understanding each other. Now, the plot is good. I like the idea of the plot. I think it's cool. I think it works. The characters are great. Like, I really like Yahya Abdul-Mateen II's character a lot. Like, his name is Will, and he has just a lot of heart to him because he doesn't want to be robbing a bank, but he's been pushed to the limits he has to. This is the only way he sees that he could possibly get out of the situation he's in with his wife. And I not that I relate to that, but, like, I definitely feel for that. Like, it's a reasonable progression in terms of this film. And I really like, what's her name? I'm going to pronounce it wrong. Eiza Gonzalez, I think it's pronounced. She plays Cam, who's the EMT in the back. She also does a phenomenal job in this film. She's really the heart because she's the only solidly good person until, you know, she kind of is like, maybe I should help them. I don't know. It's kind of fuzzy. The only person I didn't like in this film is Jake Gyllenhaal, which kind of surprised me because I'm a big Jake Gyllenhaal fan. I always have been. I probably always will be. But this just didn't suit him. It is kind of what he's leaning into recently in terms of his roles as kind of this weird asshole who has, like, no good values. And he's just super sarcastic all the time, which is funny, but not interesting. And I feel like we're going to waste Jake Gyllenhaal on Ryan Reynolds type things. And that kind of bothers me because I think Jake Gyllenhaal is way better of an actor than Ryan Reynolds. Because Ryan Reynolds he's kind of put himself in a corner where he only plays sarcastic assholes. And Jake Gyllenhaal has, until now, recently, been playing really diverse characters that are just really deep and emotional. And now he's doing this. And it just feels kind of like a waste. And that's the biggest thing that I don't like about the film is the comedy. It is an action comedy. Like, there's a lot of, like, I laughed a few times. And it's all because of Jake Gyllenhaal's sarcastic remarks that, yes, are funny, but the tone of them doesn't fit in with the rest of the movie. Action comedies are fine. I'm okay if you want to try to make an action comedy. But this, I think, would have been so much better as a straight action movie. Which brings me to the action. The action's really good. Like, the stunt work is incredible. The stunt driving is just amazing. Really well done. The only issue that I had is the camera work with the action. I could tell the action was good. I know it's good. I can see that. However, the cuts that they made into the movie just don't make sense to me. They literally, like, there's drone work, I think it's drone work. Could be crane work, but I'm assuming it's drone work. Where, like, Michael Bay will just, like, fly a camera up a building, spiral around it, come down, do a flippy flop upside down. And I'm like, Michael, why? Like, why are you doing this? You don't have to do this. It would be so much easier if you could just watch the film. And they could have cut, like, 20 minutes off at least just by cutting out the drone footage. That doesn't make any sense. Some of the camera work's really good. It's just a lot of it is just unnecessary. They're like, oh, it's Michael Bay. It's got to be stylistic. No, it doesn't have to be. He knows how to do action. Just let him... Well, it's Michael's fault. Michael should just learn to do action in a way that is easy to watch. And I'm not saying that it's, like, hard to watch in a good way. It's hard to watch in a bad way. Like, it's frustrating when you're like, oh, wow, that's really... Oh, and now we're upside down. Like, I don't need that. But definitely, the appeal to this for me is the characters. I think the characters are just stellar. They're phenomenal. And the story itself is really cool. The ending is incredible. I like the ending a lot. It is long, though. Like, the ending, the third act is like an hour and a half. Like, we go from, like, first act to second act to, like, oh my gosh, we're in this giant police chase that lasts the rest of the movie. And the movie's like 2 hours and 15 minutes long, and that's just ridiculous. Like, this does not need to be that long. I don't know why people are making movies longer than they have to be right now, but it's just a thing that's happening. And I don't mind it when the movie's good. And not that this movie's bad, it's just, it doesn't need to be that long. Like, that's like saying The Breakfast Club should be 2.5 hours. It wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. And this is kind of a classic case of that, and it's happening all the time now. I mean, even Sonic is 2 hours long, and that, we'll get there in the next video, but... Anyway, Ambulance is fun. Like, it's a fun movie. It's enjoyable to watch. I would say watch it in theaters if possible, simply because the cinematography is good and the action's really cool, and seeing that on a big screen is gonna be really, really cool. I wouldn't, like, this isn't one that I'm gonna need to own on Blu-ray. I'll probably never watch it again, just because it's just meh, and it gives me a headache to think about. But it is a fun and cool movie with really, really deep characters, and I really like that. So I'm going to go ahead and give Ambulance a B-. Have you guys seen Ambulance? Let me know in the comments below what you guys thought about it. It is playing in theaters right now if you want to go check that out. And I just want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. I truly, truly appreciate it. Please consider subscribing if you're not already, and checking out my podcast, link in the description below, where me and my friend just kind of talk about random things. This week we're going to be talking about Sonic, because he and I both saw it together, so... check that out if you're interested. And as always, keep watching movies and television, stay educated, and I'll see you guys in the next video.